All right, go ahead.
I got this one. You gonna take all his fades and take all his shots and you handle everything out the ring. All right. So then we talking to you then, all right? We starting with you. Since you the big homie, we starting with you. That's how it goes around here. I want to just start off by saying you are so, like, lacking self-awareness. Like, when you give such a lackluster performance and then you think you can make threats to people because you gave a lackluster performance, pause. You don't have the right to tell me what I should like or to tell Cam what he should like. That's not your place. Like, art is subjective, right? So if art is subjective and I don't like something, you can't really get mad at us because we don't like something. And you're standing there with two Hall of Fame boxers that are constantly letting their hands go. So I think is crazy that Andre Ward let his hands go. Terrence Crawford definitely let his hands go. And then you walk out with these boxers and you don't tell the next guy to let his hands go. This is a lapse of judgment. And I'm going to tell you another thing. When you're dealing with older people, they're the last to know that things have changed. We not your little niggas. Like, the way you talk it, I don't get what you mean. We're not your little niggas. Like, for real. All that big homie stuff, that's for little niggas. Little niggas have big homies. We're not little niggas, so we don't even respect big homies. I know Killer doesn't, and for me, I never respected niggas in the streets. That's why I always got the problems I got. Niggas would tell me, Mase, chill. No, chill for what? Who is this nigga? That's how I feel listening to this, man. Like, I want to respect you, but I can't. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if I got a little, like the dudes that raised me, if I was out of pocket, they would tell me I'm out of pocket. They wouldn't let me put them on a crash out mission. They would say, yo, Mase, listen. Mm-hmm. Around here, we don't send niggas to do nothing for us. We don't pay niggas to handle our problems. Mm-hmm. You got to put in your own work around here, Lord, man. That's what you were supposed to tell them. You can't go out here and talk crazy and then send me on a mission. Mm-hmm. Nah, this is where the game got messed up. When young niggas started sending old niggas out, and just because this little ignorant nigga got a few dollars, he make all of you that's supposed to be real run after his mission. This is a problem, Jay Prince. And I'm going to tell you like this. If you're 60 years old and you trying to be a street nigga, you failed. You failed. I'm telling you this. And I stand, my name is Mase. I stand by this message.
Let me explain something to you, bro. Mase said it exactly like, you 60, nigga. You 60. What are you talking about? What are you, bro? I lost mad respect for you because I used to have mad respect for you. When you had Shakur with you, when you lined Young Boy NBA up, why the fuck you got Shakur with you? And this is why he acting like that. This is exactly why he acting like that. Talking about you got Young Boy NBA umbrellas and his keys to his car. Young Boy NBA told y'all niggas eat a dick. This is what he said. This is what Young Boy NBA said. Whack 100 was the most disrespectful. Wild disrespectful. I ain't even gonna repeat the shit Whack 100 said. Mad disrespectful. Drake is beefing with Kendrick Lamar as we speak. I have not heard, this is the first time Drake got into some shit and I hear you say shit to Kendrick Lamar now. Why do you think that you could tell us what we can and cannot say, my nigga? Control your nigga. Control that nigga. Ain't nobody gonna tell a nigga, get the strap, and then we gonna sit there and be like, hey, I think we should shut up. Nah, nigga. This is not 1982, bro. You cannot sit here and tell niggas get the strap and then niggas be quiet. Nobody know that part because our shit just be going viral. You bugging. You bugging, James. You bugging, my nigga. And I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't know what bet you talking about, all that other slang then. Bet it. Whatever bet you talking about, bet it. I don't know what, bet it. Bet it. You want to bet it? I don't know what to bet it.
Before we even move on from this, I gotta ask, do you guys feel like there's a beef? Because there's literally a full-on article, even from Billboard, talking about, the Shakur versus Mase and Cameron beef explained, giving timeline and timestamps and posts. Do you guys even feel like there's a beef, or you guys really feel like it was never that big of a deal?
No, I don't think it was a beef at all. I think we're gonna continue to do exactly what we do. Before we slow down, we're gonna pick up the speed. We're definitely not slowing down for nobody. Anything come across this desk, we are responsible to tell the truth and to tell it exactly the way it is. We're not gonna ever sugarcoat something for anybody that comes across this platform. And so make sure when your sports come across us, that it comes across us the way you want it to be heard, because when we see a fight, we have to call it the way we call it. When we see basketball, we got to call it the way we call it, and we're not changing for nobody. That's what makes us different.
Yeah. Big JTV, man. Man, this is a crazy way to start a Monday morning, man. Cam and Mase literally cussing out Jay Prince. Man, like the video on y'all way in, man. I don't even have much to say, man. Cam and Mase, and more specifically Mase, told you everything you need to know. By the way, if you've been living under a rock, I will tell you the background of this quote-unquote beef. And it starts off, it doesn't even have Jay Prince involved at all, because what, Cam and Mase are replying to is a message that Jay Prince put on his Instagram. Okay? And if you don't know who Jay Prince is a legendary hip-hop label record owner of Rap-A-Lot Records. And, he's responsible for the career of Scarface, Ghetto Boys, Willie D, and them. And he has a huge hand in the Houston hip-hop music scene, you know what I mean? And he's rumored to be a gangster, a G, you know what I mean? Keep in mind, this man is in his 60s. He's a grandparent. And, allegedly he was involved in the murder of Takeoff, you know what I mean? And officially ending the Migos as they are essentially. He was hugely involved in that. And you could argue that his son, Jay Prince Jr., was the reason that Takeoff passed away, unfortunately, right? And because of Jay Prince's, connection to the streets and being literally, at least from what people are saying, or at least what the streets are saying, that he is a boss in the streets. He has a lot of power. So why does this matter? This matters because he also is a boxing manager, right? And sometimes a promoter, right? Jay Prince promotes Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson is a 27-year-old boxer from Newark, New Jersey, who puts on incredibly boring fights so that he gets the decision and wins. And I'm not saying the type of boring fights where there's kind of good build-up or some kind of, genuine, curiosity like Floyd Mayweather used to do, right? Shakur puts on incredibly horrible, boring fights. And, he does not put up fights that the main public, the casual sports fan like myself, would describe as exciting or entertaining. So whatever Tank Davis is, Gervonta Davis, Shakur is the opposite, man. He's putting niggas to sleep, and he's putting niggas to sleep because we're bored. We're bored. We are very, very bored as the viewing public. And why does this matter? It matters a lot because in Shakur's last fight, which was about 2 weeks ago, against Artem Hartuyan, I am definitely butchering that name. But regardless, when he was fighting Artem, it was an incredibly boring fight. It was you could say it was a defensive masterclass. But even Pernell Whitaker, defensive genius, even Floyd Mayweather, best defensive boxer of all time, put up at least good fights. The displays of defense for them actually were appealing and good to see. They were fun to watch. Keep in mind, Floyd was a great personality outside of the ring too, which made him even more exciting to watch. Long story short, Cam and Mase reacted to that and got to roasting Shakur. Guess what Shakur did? Shakur went on Twitter and he became Shakur Twitterson and went on multiple rants against Cam and more specifically Mase, and said that Mase was a failed rapper, which was the most insane thing you could ever say about a dude who went platinum in the 90s. This nigga went platinum in the 90s. Like, what? You know what I mean? Like, it's, you know, people have trouble selling 50,000, records in the first week these days. And I'm talking about Megan Thee Stallion. And Mr. Mase, Murder Mase, was, selling 1 million first week. And Shakur wants to compare himself to the GOAT, the legend. Get the hell out of here. Anyways, so Jay Prince, so Shakur and Mase and Cam go back and forth. They roast the hell out of Shakur on their show. They're going viral. Jay Prince comes in and writes this on Instagram: numbers don't lie, haters do. Let the haters say that he's boring and nobody wants to watch him. Sorry to tell you, there's just a select few of you who are haters. As you see, there's proof that he has the #1 ratings in any fight on ESPN this year, and the top 3 ratings since 2022. And to all you haters who want to escalate the hate outside of the ring, I'm Shakur's manager, and I handle all the business outside of the ring. In other words, Cameron Mase, I will fade all his shots and take all bets. Wow. So anyways, that's the reason that Cameron Mase reacted like that. And it is corny to threaten violence on Cameron Mase, because Cameron Mase a grown man. You think you can just say that to grown men and get away with it? Get the hell out of here, man. And this, you know what started all this? Shakur's reckless mouth. Shakur's reckless mouth. And guess what Shakur could have done? He could have used his hands to do all the talking and had a great finish or a great fight versus Artem, and none of this would happen. Actually, it would promote Shakur into fighting bigger fights and bigger guys like Tank Davis or even Devin Haney. At this one, I think Devin Haney could beat Shakur. You know what I mean? And people didn't even say that in the past. But let me know how y'all feel about it, man. Big J TV. Old niggas trying to beef with other old niggas. And Cam made a fantastic point. Why is it that Jay Prince, is bucking up so hard for Shakur when Drake went through a character assassination and huge backlash versus Kendrick Lamar? Right? Now you're going to speak up. You're going to speak up after, one of the former artists of yours, Drake, had gotten in one of the biggest rap battles of all time. Now you want to speak up for Shakur goddamn Stevenson, who's basically a fake GOAT or fake top 5 pound for pound. Get the hell out of here, man. Shakur ain't nothing. He's pathetic. You should be bucking up for your guy Drake, who you've known longer, who you've worked with longer. It is what it is. Big J TV. Let me know how y'all feel in the comments. I'm out.